Hello, welcome to day 24. I'm Jason Littrell, and I'm obsessed with the success of businesses, bars, and brands, independent businesses, bars, and brands. And today I have this kind of excited overwhelm of what's going on, and I have like the amount of information that I have to ingest and digest is pretty staggering right now. But it's all very exciting, really. I mean, I'm working with a brand new company which has its massive systems, and I'm really trying hard not to get so excited that I try to reinvent the wheel, because chances are somebody's thought about it. Now, I'm a small part of a very large organization, and so I just have to throttle my excitement for building new systems and trying to solve problems that don't necessarily even exist. Um, let's see here. So, in order to have my full attention and focus on my day job, I have to automate the ever loving shit out of my side hustle, which is my agency businesses which is my agency business that serves other small businesses like daycares. I have a bike shop. I have a boxing gym, like that kind of stuff. And so what I've done is we had this project management system called Big Ops or Basic Ops, and it was okay. It wasn't working out great, but I've decided that I'm going to switch to another system called Nifty, which has a better UX, better user experience. It's got inline chat, and it's got Kanban view and swim lane view, which helps us isolate who's doing what their workload is, when I can reasonably expect projects to happen, and then automate the different steps between the milestones. So a milestone would be like week 1 versus week 2, week 3, etc. And so I was up really late last night organizing all that stuff and transferring from one system to the next, and I had some clarity on how to get the system consistently updated. And what it is you just create a project, build it out, and then build in your tasks into that project management system, so that you're not just thinking of constantly updating the system. And the advantage of that is that you don't have to start over for every new project. So I've prided myself on documenting the process of producing an event, building a bar, building a brand. Everything is a process, and so if you articulate these processes into a project management system, then you don't have to reinvent the wheel. But even more importantly, is that you can refine the process every project that you have. So if you are like, oh wow, I should have gotten a testimonial from a client, then you just build that into the process at some point. In fact, in multiple places, because people don't, aren't they're not going to respond to your first email. And so that's kind of where I'm at with the project management stuff and the side hustle stuff. But I've got a few major pieces of software to work on today. I got a late start because Jasper he slept in a lot. I mean, he's almost 4, so he needs to sleep, and so I just let him sleep a little bit. But yeah, today's gonna be a fun day. I'm really excited about it, and I got this rad email from, if you're not on this email list, from Helper on Levy. I strongly recommend you check it out. They are the New York State cannabis and liquor lawyers for bars and restaurants, and then they also represent cannabis clients. And so they sent me this very succinct, very very wonderful email about the recent things that the federal government is doing about descheduling, rescheduling cannabis, which is very exciting because putting people in jail for a plant is a crime, as far as I'm concerned. And so it was very clear, like it wasn't like, everybody's like, oh wow, Joe Biden's pardoning everybody with a cannabis conviction. That's not true. It's actually really only affects about 6,500 federal inmates, and that's only if they had a single possession charge. So if they had anything else, like intent to distribute or any violent crime associated with that, then they're still in jail. They're going to be in jail for the rest of their sentence. So there's also some other clarity on descheduling versus rescheduling. So right now, cannabis is a Schedule 1 drug, which is the same thing as LSD, same thing as heroin, as in they have no discernible medical purpose, which is crazy, because I think everybody knows, I think 70+% of the states have legalized cannabis, or decriminalized cannabis in a way, because it is so beneficial for medical, and for some people it's just anxiety medication. And so it's just very exciting to see this kind of stuff happening, and it's going to open up a whole new world of business. But if it is descheduled, then that will cause problems for entrepreneurs because big pharma is going to get involved, big business, big liquor, big tobacco. They're all going to get involved in, and they're all going to want to get a piece of that pie, which is going to squeeze out any opportunity for small operators. So it's not like you're going to be able to open up a cannabis cafe because it's going to be at every Walgreens, for instance. So that's kind of what I'm tracking on my radar right now. I'm kind of glad I took this job because I do believe that there is a looming downturn in the economy this year, or I'm sorry, next year, maybe the next 2 years. And so I'm looking for that kind of stability. But this is a time for operators to, in my opinion, to dial it back, bring it in, make your operations pretty lean. And so these are the kind of things I'm working right now. But this morning I woke up with this kind of like overwhelm that I was just like, wow, there's so many different things that I want to do. And so part of my process is to get it all out here, write it down, write the more personal stuff in my journal, and then and then kind of break it up into little chunks. Like it helps to just unburden yourself of all these thoughts and to just write it down into the thing and like say the 3 things you want to do, which got me into yesterday. I was also getting into after work, I was like getting into like flow and how to manufacture flow, how to get into a flow state where you're just automatically setting yourself up to be in this like optimal state. And I'm ambitious. I have goals. I have dreams, and I feel like if I'm able to get myself into a flow state more often, then I will be able to come up with ideas, finish projects, do things really interestingly, quickly, and to the best of my ability. And so, like, I want to be on the elite athlete level. I want to be a world-class performer, and it just doesn't really help to be distracted all the time. And so over the next couple of weeks and months, like I joined a mastermind of people they're also interested in this, and join a program that will help me kind of get into this place that I need to be. And hopefully I'll get a little bit more articulate. I will stop saying ahs and ums and all this other stuff. But and all this other stuff is another one. It's like a displosive or a disfluency. And so I'm hoping that my learning and productivity will go up, my distraction and my task switching will go down. But getting into a flow state is something that you can engineer for yourself every day. And that's what I'm learning. And that's kind of that's the world that that's the place that I want to be. So that so I'm not spending 12 hours a day doing things and looking back and be like, I don't know what I accomplished. Because, I want to retire when I'm 56. That's when my son is going to be 18. And I want to be able to spend time with him when he's free and he can do whatever he wants. So that's my goal. It's my dream. And to get there, I'm going to have to get focused on what matters today and actively every day work towards that goal and then eliminate everything else that doesn't matter. All right. That's all I got for you today. I will see you tomorrow. Thanks.